All right, well, it's cold as sin outside, but I'm trying to get some projects done. So this is 3/4 inch Schedule 40 rigid PVC conduit. I mean, it is PVC, but, and I know a lot of times when you're running wire through this, I need to run wire from the side of my shop over to my shipping container so I can keep a battery maintained on my straw blower. It sits out there at the straw. Well, I bought this. It is a, it's a 2688-20. It's a compact heat gun from Milwaukee. It's got this little ladder hook. I'm kind of a DeWalt guy, but a buddy of mine, Speedminder, he keeps telling me how great Milwaukee stuff is. I didn't really look at the DeWalt one. I was at a tool sale and the Milwaukee guy was there. I bought this and they gave me a free battery. It was kind of a deal. You buy a bare tool, you got a free battery. My thought was I'd get another the 5 amp hour M18 battery for my 3/4 impact. Well, I bought this. I don't know, I think I should have bought the DeWalt. The DeWalt's a little hotter, and the DeWalt has a trigger lock. So when you pull the trigger on this and you let go, there's no way to lock it. It locks the trigger out, but it does not lock the trigger. So right now, you know, I'm going to try to heat this. This is just a scrap piece. I mean, it's 5 foot tall, so I kept it. But I'm going to try to heat this up, and I'm going to try to bend to 90 in this so I don't have to buy a sweep. And then also I see a lot of guys, they will heat it up, and then they push another piece of pipe in there, and they make a bell. I kind of like to try that too. So that being said, I guess I need to cut this real quick. Let me cut it into this off. That one's all whopper job. I'll cut it off and then I'll make a taper real quick with my belt grinder or something. And then that way we'll try to make a bell too. So hang out. All right, well, that cut like I thought. It's about, I don't know, 18 degrees, 20 degrees. I should have heated it up, but I went ahead and you know, flatten it out on the belt grinder. Well, just made that worse. There's stuff, my gosh. Hang on. All right. I don't know if it made it better or worse. Nose is running everything else. All right, so this side's fairly deep. Hey. All right, I just went ahead and cleaned that side up. I'm not going to touch the camera. Anyways, we are going to try to put a bell in this pipe with such little homemade tool here out of another piece of conduit. I don't know if this little guy's got it in it. We may have to get a MAP gas torch, especially since it's so cold right now. It's too cold to be messing around. Can't feel that hand. We'll switch hands. Turn that hand up a little bit, man. I already scorched it. Whoa. Wow. I didn't expect that. I mean, you know, obviously it's plastic. You can heat it up, but I mean, that was pretty malleable. Let's see what we got here. Oh boy. Well, I think I need a better tool to get in there for a bell. I didn't know what to expect. It's so hot outside, I'm starting to cool down already. Or I mean, it's so cold outside, it's cooling down. I don't know, you know what I meant. I've never tried this. I've watched people do it all the time. I guess they don't use a MAP gas torch, I don't think. I don't remember what all they use, but something that seems like it probably takes some practice. I mean, we're getting there. Let's see if we can heat this up. Not heat up our driver pipe. This might be a thing if you get good at it. It'll make you something that would make a bell. And that's kind of where I'm thinking. I'll make a mandrel to push in there that's tapered really nice. Oops, just trying to get a little softer on that other side that's not wanting to move. Wow, I never thought I'd be doing this. Never thought that I would say that it's cold outside and that's a little too hot. Let me grab some gloves. Well, I don't have any gloves right there, and I know you have to keep this moving. I don't want it to get stuck. I mean, that right there you could glue into, but I'd like to have a longer bell. So let's see what we can get going here. Obviously, you get better at it, or probably use a corded heat gun, or maybe decide to do this not on an 18-degree day. That might help out a little bit. That's why I figured I'd just try it on a scrap piece of pipe, kind of see if this was even a thing. I mean, that right there is a good bell. It's in there quite a ways. I mean, that's a glue joint bell. Well, not quite sure for, like water pipe and irrigation, but you could get it in there further, obviously. Let's get it in there further. Let's just see what we can do. I might be getting with my buddy David and having him make me a mandrel for 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. I think I could use this in my life. Irrigation repair, electricians. If you're buying 20-foot sticks or something and you want to put them together and not have a coupler in your joint and it's not belled or something. I think it would be a little easier if it had some type of mandrel, but you want to keep that moving. From the videos I've seen, I'm not trained at this. This is the first time I've tried this. And then you always see them going like that, kind of getting some of the heat out of the pipe. Obviously keep it moving around. Oh man, it feels so good on my cold hands. Oh man, feels so good. I mean, it's almost cooled down already. I mean, it's cold outside, but I mean that's pretty legit, guys. That's pretty legit. I mean, it's a little wallered out up here at the top. I mean, that'd make a good glue joint for conduit, obviously. I mean, you could get that to be a really good glue joint. Let's see, what am I trying to accomplish here? Mark that. Well, it's right there. Like the lines. I mean, it went in that far. Oh, and it actually tapered our conduit. I don't know if you can see that, but it actually tapered the conduit. So I don't know if we were getting some heat in this or what, but like I said, if, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, if it picks up on camera. It's crazy that it actually tapered that entire piece of conduit. Well, that's why we've got a taper here. So I might try to get just try to get some round bar, and I might make some mandrels. You know, all you got to do is we could use the grinder over there and grind a taper on it, and I would think it'd do pretty good, especially if you keep the outside smooth. Keep getting dust on you. All right, let's see if we can curve this. I mean, obviously, it got soft enough there that I think we easily could have done it. I know this isn't a normal video for my channel. I was kind of intrigued by watching some of these videos, and I literally have to run power over here, and I thought, you know what? If that's a thing, if that really works and it's not trickery on TV, that might be a thing for me to do. I think a heat gun would be a better heat source for you. A little more controllable. You wouldn't scorch your pipe. It's just really cold, and I mean, I've got a normal heat gun too, a plug-in one. I guess I could have used it. But for what I'd have to be doing out there, I'll mark it, and then I can come in here. If this works pretty good, I may try to get this done today. I'll have to make me a mandrel if I've got some round bar over there. That's bending, guys. I mean, I always thought that if you did something like this, it would kink. Oh boy. That just doesn't seem right. Now, I know it's plastic. Somebody's gonna be like, it's plastic, what'd you think it'd do? Oh, I didn't think it'd be this easy. You know, you would think that they have tooling and all kinds of stuff for this. Hopefully you guys can see that. Trying to make it a nice even bend. You can kind of tell where you need the heat. I'm just using the weight of the conduit there. Feel like I need some more heat up here. I'm not real close to it. Hopefully you can kind of tell what I'm doing there. It'd be nice if you had like a workbench or something to hold some stuff there. Yeah, I think I'm all warming up everywhere. Probably put the torch down. But you know, if you had a bend that didn't exactly, you know, use a 90 degree bend, and see, you can kind of, man, if I had gloves it'd be amazing. But I didn't have any right there. I could tell that it's cold in here, but I mean, that joint would be plenty good for anything I'm doing, or the bend rather, not a joint. But if you had kind of an odd bend that, you know, didn't really fit 90. I mean, I could easily see doing something like this with PVC, doing irrigation. All right, just a disclaimer, you're gonna see something awesome. So I bent this piece. This is kind of cool. So I need to run power into this shipping container. It's got my straw blower in it. So I'll be able to, you know, I need to trim that down just a little bit, but I want to go up basically this wall, and this will sit about right there. Everything's nice and uniform. Everything sits pretty good. And then back here, I've got an outlet behind my salt container, and I went ahead and bent this piece of conduit. So now instead of having to buy a sweep and having 2 glue joints there, I'll have 1 glue joint, 2 glue joints, all the way over there out of 3 sticks of pipe. I don't have to buy a sweep. So that worked pretty good.